background music.
Um, well, I don't know. Do you want to bring it up now?
I
I I think it might, might not fit the mood of the presentation. It's a little dramatic.
do you want something more dramatic?
If you have it, we might have to move our little guys. So they're gonna be in the way.
I mean, I specifically like changed how big this is. I think so. Wait. Uh, yeah.
Oh, there. That's yeah, 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 yeah. That'll work. Yeah, that's gonna work just great.
You know, I really got loved by this stream because everything is so like beautiful and
Yeah, I know.
organized.
We gotta figure shit out.
And here's an image.
We gotta figure stuff out for sure. Oh my god.
What kind of music would be dramatic?
Mm,
Sibelius violin concerto number. Do
yeah, that sounds fine.
you think it's gonna be before I explain?
I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. No clue, man.
Dramatic.
Let's doing this on the fly. Oh my god.
No, I don't know. I need something specific.
That's okay. So is Sonic gay?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
I think he's like bisexual, but that's gay.
That's gay. Oh man. Okay. I think. I mean, I don't know. Did you end up putting it?
No, I didn't decide what music.
Yeah,
I can decide something.
that's fine. If you want to start with not my boy. Look how they massacred my boy.
What do
Your boy will be fine.
Your boy's gay and it's awesome.
You can probably do a little drawing for a little bit. I actually wanna get ready here with this other stuff.
Bro, are you homophobic? On Pride Month
On Pride Month
in this channel?
in this economy. Ah, bro, whatever. Okay. Mm, mm. Okay. Let me see if I can pull these up first. Okay. Yeah, okay. Whoops. Not the spoilers. That's okay.
Now we're doing
How sure are we that Sonic is gay? We're pretty sure.
We're pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm afraid if you're of opposite opinion, you're gonna be severely disappointed.
Yeah. All right. pull up these confessions again. Actually, I think you're gonna have to get your phone for
There you go.
for the yeah, or just there she is. Okay. Almost ready here. All right. Whew. So until we're gonna give a few more minutes before we start this other presentation, but
Did you know that now Sonic is also bisexual?
I don't know. Who do you think is straight in song?
Look.
Knuckles. Knuckles is definitely
Straight.
the straight guy. Yeah.
That's the only one though.
How is he bi? He was born on bisexual.
Yeah.
Easy.
And so is Amy.
So was AB. That's when Sonic CD came out.
Like, are you new here? Come on.
Ah. I think last time Knuckles doesn't count. How does Knuckles not count?
What's what the hell?
Let me see. Okay, okay, we had started last year going through some of the
Last year.
sorry, last stream last week. So last week we had gone through a few of those a few of the confessions, right, on the first Sonic Opinions blog, right, on Tumblr. Um we went through the we went through the whole ship discourse drama that was going on. There was some more of it this week, but it was really more of the same, you know. Are we gonna argue, you know, how problematic these ships are? Not tonight. I have some other stuff, but I do want to get through what they were calling the freaky ships, which is anything that people submit that where they are confessing their attraction for a Sonic character. So nothing too freaky, nothing too not safe for work, but certainly, yeah, there are some people who are really, really interested in the Sonic characters here. Yeah, Tumblr is definitely heavily biased towards Sonic being gay. But you know, that's not what most of the blog is about, at least. There's some other more interesting stuff. Your ears ain't ready for that. Find another stream, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
Like we are.
Because that's where we're going.
Yeah.
All right.
We
All
are
right.
the people who make Tumblr think that Sonic is gay.
Honestly. If Sonic is gay on Tumblr, it's because of us. Okay, so I think last week we had left off on Sega put Vector in a skimpy dress. Now,
I believe you read that before, and I still think, do we know?
hey Scorp, thank you for coming.
Hi, Scorp.
Thank you for joining us, my friend. Oh yeah, and of course, since Shadow is said to be the ultimate life form, I think he should be able to get pregnant.
That's also from the last time. I'm also not correct. But if he wants to.
You know, just kind of like recapping what we did last week. Do you still have Nikki? You still have Nikki?
I'm sorry, I deleted Nikki. We deleted Nikki. Nikki is on a separate canvas.
Nikki, in the red sweater has been deleted. Sorry. Oh.
They exist, but they'll have to decide my sector.
All right. Oh yes, another fun recap, Scorp, since you weren't here last time. I'll go through a couple of these before we get to the big ones. Someone said, anonymously said, I made an OC with a lot of traits similar to me and my personality, and then talked to a Boom Sonic AI bot where I created a slow burn rivalry to lovers story that culminated in smutty activities in the world.
With a fucking Boom Sonic too.
With Boom
Like,
Sonic.
oh my god, first of all, radio standard. Second of all, just roleplay with it.
I would say, I'm gonna say what I said last time. It's unethical. Find somebody online to roleplay with. You'll be happier. That's the best way. In my opinion. Another one, anonymously confess, Shadow is daddy. I don't care. Every every world, every form of media, he is so beautiful. I need him.
Uh, a lot of people have that.
A lot of people have that opinion. I'm not even, there's not even anything to say about okay. Oh, right. This, oh God, Mo sent everyone over. Hey, guys.
Oh my god.
Hey, Mo. Thank you.
Thank you, Mo.
We're going to get started with our presentation in just a second. I was just catching up Scorp from last week. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining us. Mo, you finished? Or are you still working on it? Let me know. All right. All right. This Anon who said, I find Knuckles attractive. I can't deny it anymore. I want to like kiss him or something. I don't know. Really shy Anon.
Really sure.
Not sure if they really thought, they're like, I find him attractive. I'm not sure if I should say it. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to date him. I just
Nice. I'm not sure. It's just a little. Just nothing.
I don't want to commit to it.
Yeah. Mo said he's sending you the line art from the comp he was working on. That's awesome. We can take a look at it. Is it okay if we show it? All right. Mickey the Hedgehog with a red sweater is wife material. Okay. I'll just read a couple more. I'm gonna throw a few more, and then after we pull up the this message, I'm gonna start with a little presentation. Yeah. Okay.
Mola.
Cute. Oh my god, they're really cute. I really like Amy's expression. She's so silly. She looks so shy. What a cutie. Oh my god. Yeah. Moto's really fun. What girl? She's so she's awesome. Okay.
Come on.
All right, one more. I want to eat Zavok's Zavusi. Submitted anonymously.
I disagree.
Y'all know how I feel about Zavok and his Zavusi. Not into that man. Okay. Amy would treat me right. I need her so bad, bro. Correct. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. All right, so we're gonna pull up the presentation now.
Right.
I think.
Yes, ma'am.
That wasn't the line art. He said, did we? Oh,
Did I not get it?
that's this one. Gotcha. Yeah, that was from the other. Of the other message. There we go.
I apologize.
Ah, she looks even better. Amy is so cute. I can't deal with her. That's the security cam footage. There it is. They're watching that one.
Gay?
It's Pride Month. Flag priority. We're in love. I agree. Not to zoom in on his tail. What is that about? I hate to see him leave, but I love to watch him go. Okay, my guys. All right. All right. You gotta press the little presentation thing up there. That one. Yeah, there you go. Okay, guys. So, thank you for joining. Welcome. All right, CMO. Welcome to Pride.
Welcome to Pride.
Welcome to Pride. I don't know if you want to. Is there a way to fix the chat so it doesn't overlap so much?
Oh, what?
Is there a way to fix the chat so it doesn't overlap as much?
Sure. Like here.
No, you're gonna have to put it. You can't make it shorter. There you go. Just gonna. All right, give us a second. A little technical change here.
Like
200. And there you go. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, perfect. All right. I worked very hard on this presentation, guys. So
do you want amount?
yeah, and I'll use the keyboard. Thank you. Yeah. This isn't like I don't have my usual clicker here. So first of all, guys, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Happy Pride. The month is June. The mood is Pride. I have prepared something for us today that I thought would entertain and fascinate. Um, and before I get started with that, I just wanted to kind of remind everyone, as Dan Groves here says with the SBO profile picture, if you're homophobic, you don't really understand what Sonic is all about. It's about friendship and justice and being free to be yourself. Open your heart, live and learn. That's what Sonic the Hedgehog is about. True.
Very true.
Very true. And Neon Light, the Doom Hog, has also said it's okay to be gay, nothing wrong with it, because love is a powerful feeling from inside your heart. Exactly. So, really, so just wanted to say happy Pride to everyone as we get started.
On something
On something diabolical. Let's just say. So, it's not letting me click.
maybe you will have to use
Yeah, that's fine. Let me find it. Perfect. Okay, so this week, this is not, let me preface this by saying this is not Sonic related. However, this is something that happened this week that, you know, was in one of our fandom spaces, and we thought we should share. It was thrilling. It was heartbreaking. It was Mpeg Wars. So, this drama comes to us from a blog on Tumblr. I'll get to them in just a second. But essentially, we're voting on this blog to see who is the most breedable man on Tumblr. This specific issue has happened between the following two characters: Megatron versus Stanford Pines.
Can I say something? I like how you put them like, in kind of scale.
A little bit.
Like realistically, Stanford Pines is probably gonna be like this.
Yeah, I couldn't quite get his scale. I thought you wouldn't be able to see him there.
Yeah.
I didn't brace everything that is Stanford Pines, especially with how I'm gonna treat him moving forward.
Very fair.
Yes. Let's just say he was not my favorite in this race. So without further ado, let's find out which one of these men got pregnant. All right. So, like I was saying, this comes to us from Tumblr blog Need Him Pregnant Poll. For those of you who are unaware of Tumblr polls, basically, there are blogs dedicated to running tournaments where users will vote between 2 or 3 characters in each round, and whoever wins gets to go on to the next round. They'll do brackets, uh, and so on and so forth until somebody is declared winner.
That chatter really didn't know where he was.
Oh, yeah, there was unfortunately there was a chatter in here earlier who was just like, "Why is it gay?
Why is Sonic gay?
Why is Sonic gay?" Baby,
Oh, it's not gay.
baby, you don't
Well,
you don't know that happened. All right, some people are new here. It's okay. Uh, all right, and so a little bit about Need Him Pregnant poll. This is just a little bit of information about them, right? So this is the first time they're running this poll. These were some of the rules that they had put forward. So they had a submission form. They asked for 1 character per submission. They can be from anywhere. They just have to be a man, right? Fictional characters only, no real people. The character should be an adult, 18 plus. Submit a specific character only once, okay? They encourage propaganda, which we will get to. However, they discourage anti-propaganda, which is basically when you say the other character shouldn't be voted for one reason or another.
the other character shouldn't be pregnant.
Yeah, right. This other character should not get Mpeg.
Should not give birth.
We discourage that kind of talk here on needhimpregnantpoll.tumblr.com, just so you're aware, okay? As always, Tumblr polls are just for fun, never take them too seriously. And then they kind of had like all this stuff about like, yeah, they were taking submissions up until April. They're about halfway through this competition as we speak, and that was pretty much it. Now, I just want to highlight one thing here really quick.
Hi, Juggler Chow.
Hi, Travel Chat. Thank you for joining. Oh, you're joining at just the right time, dude.
Welcome to Mpeg Wars.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Mpeg Wars. Megatron versus Stanford Pines. All right. But just one thing I want to point out here. As always, Tumblr polls are just for fun. Never take them too seriously.
Never.
We are about to break that rule spectacularly. Okay, so this is what we're up against. This is a submission that we got on Need Him Pregnant poll a few hours before the end of this particular poll, right? Anonymous said, "Wow, this poll really has it all, huh? Promises, bribes, possible tattoos, voter fraud." This chat is what we're going to be investigating.
I want to say I have been present, but I have not participated in the act of creation of this historical document, which I would say this is like internet archaeology at this point. But like,
There we go.
yes. But like current time, how would you call that?
You know, internet preservation.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get into what was going on.
Hello, Metallic.
Thank you for joining us for Mpeg Wars, Megatron versus Stanford Pines. We're talking about voter fraud.
We're
Okay,
talking about
next slide. So, before we get started, going into allegations of voter fraud, I wanted to talk a little bit about the propaganda that people were submitting for these characters. Of course, starting with Megatron. Who else? Let's see what people were saying to each other, what people We're voting for what was riling people up to get Megatron pregnant. Zombified Queer said, if Megatron wins the poll against Ford, I will write a 10,000 word Megatronus Prime / D16 Mpeg fic with smut delivered no later than 60 days after the poll closes. We have a deadline. We have a promise.
I mean, to be honest, 10K in 60 days is pretty good.
Yeah, that's doable. I believe in them. I think they can do this. Anyways, good luck to both parties. May the better mother win.
Let's go. Miss Alex, I'm so sorry about the red. Back to him.
This this user says, okay, guys, I need you all to do me a favor and vote Megatron. He's so close to winning. If Megatron wins, all right, Chrono Sector getting pegged.
Whoever that is.
I'm not very familiar with this, but of course, even more promises of fan fiction
Yes.
for Megatron if he wins this poll.
Is this legal?
I think so. Quickly, everyone, vote to impregnate the mighty Megatron. This person says these are previous tags from one of their beloved mutuals. I don't know much about either character, but I will follow your lead. Salute. How do Transformers reproduce, by the way? Perhaps if Megatron wins, we will find out. I apologize to Ford, this user says, but I have to vote Megatron. I have to. I have never felt such a deep connection to a physical character before Megatron, whatever that means. And his names. Agree. He is the Dominator. He is the Destroyer. He is Megatron. And he needs to be pregnant. Breaks my heart to vote against Ford, says Alien Commando, but it must be done for Cybertron. In unison with me, please. For Cybertron! I'm glad we're all in agreement.
Yes.
And finally, this is against the rules. But somebody did say,
vote Megatron. We all know Ford is infertile.
We all know Ford is infertile. He's been through menopause.
I do think he's in menopause.
He's post-menopausal for sure.
There's radiation.
I want to point out quickly, they've reblogged this from Tumblr user Starstream is my wife. We are deep in the trenches, people. People are really interested in seeing this man pregnant.
Honestly,
and I think
the enthusiasm is contagious.
The enthusiasm is unmatched. Okay,
maybe I would like to see.
Maybe I would like to see him. Okay, so, and of course, we did hear one more thing, didn't we? Tattoos. Something about tattoos, right?
Right.
Some further Megatron propaganda. Tumblr user Marvelous Moose says, I've been thinking it over, and I've decided that should Megatron win this poll, not even the whole thing, just this poll, I will get this tramp stamp tattooed onto me. The tramp stamp in question.
Well, first of all, are you a car? Second of all, maybe.
So, wanted to point out really quickly, this image is from Hot Motor Oil Volume 2. So,
is this canon?
It is not canon, it is canon adjacent. So, Hot Motor Oil is a series of scenes produced by one of the official artists for the Transformers IDW comic. It's not really available online. My understanding is that he posts these. Sorry, he doesn't post these. He sells these at conventions in person, and that's the only way you can purchase one of these. So I'm not sure what all is in there, but apparently, from some things I've seen and from what I've heard, Megatron does pretty much get railed in every direction by everybody in the franchise, and he has a Trixon.
Well, I mean, if anything, that's a dedication to the craft.
Yeah, I agree.
And there's clearly a lot of supporters.
There's clearly a lot of supporters. Marvelous Moose, we will check up on them again later to see if they got their turns. Okay. And of course, we can't leave out Mr. Stanford Pines. So here's some propaganda for him, I guess.
You're definitely equally excited.
I'm gonna love her with you guys. I don't care. I don't care about this man. I did not really get too into the propaganda for him. However, I did find this very intriguing. This Tumblr user says, I will actually cry if Ford loses, guys. It's been a really hard a reason to vote for Ford.
You know, I just get it.
I understand them, but I disagree. Okay, so now that we've gotten that through, here's what we're looking at, guys. Okay, so Need Him Pregnant poll has posted. Need That Man Pregnant round 5 poll to Tumblr.
I mean, honestly, to start with, I feel like, the pictures they seeded, let's just say. I feel like there has been I wouldn't say benefit, like one of the sides seems a lot more engaging, a lot more voter friendly. I just think um I just think Ford is a little sassy in the image.
Yeah.
I don't think he can carry a child.
That's it. I think this is an unfair advantage for Ford, if I'm being honest. You
You
cannot. I feel like you don't really see how breedable Megatron is in this photo. If I'm being honest with you, I think they needed to use it.
Metallic, there can be bias?
There's no bias.
There can be what?
Bias? We never heard.
Robot bias? No.
Who is she?
I'm just saying that one of these seems to be far more likely to be a good mother or father.
So let's get back into it. Right. So this was round 5 of these polls. So Megatron and Stanford have gotten pretty far into these polls. Currently, I believe we're in round 6. Each one of these rounds lasts 1 week.
Do we know who they won against?
I don't know. I don't know the data. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But this is where we're at, right, with this. So they're asking Tumblr who's getting pregnant, and of course, you know your girl voted for Megatron. These are not the final results, right? This was taken with about 18 hours remaining. We've got about 16,400 votes. Megatron is at 48.9%. Stanford is at 51.1%. Close race, guys. It's anyone's race at this point. When suddenly people started to ask, with about 22 hours remaining, who is voting for Megatron?
Not the person with Stanford profile picture. It looks like Stanford himself.
Stanford himself protesting. Who is voting for Megatron? This user says, genuinely, I don't believe Ford could have dropped 6% in like 3 hours. This user says, no, Ford's losing. Everyone better vote Ford right now. What is going on? There's something amiss. Also, let me just point out, user Orion Skittles on Tumblr is God's bravest soldier. This is what they had to say. I've literally told my dad about this poll.
No.
I tell him like everything, but I still can't believe I told him this. I can't believe you told him this either.
I don't think you even should tell that to your therapist. But that's my opinion.
So, some really invested people right in this poll. Okay. Someone's dad is invested. All right.
I
So,
think Dad voted.
I hope dad voted. So, with about 22 hours remaining, people are saying, dude, I'm taking screenshots now because other people were too, and there's no way this poll had 80 plus votes in 3 minutes. What is the goal here? It's clearly so obvious. For anyone following along, I took screenshots at 7:15, and there were 17,900 votes. And now at 8 p.m., there are 18,500, so it's 611 votes in 45 minutes. Suspicious. This user says, I'm refreshing the page like crazy. And it sounds like there's a dozen new votes per minute. So now Megatron is in the lead. That's fascinating. Ford going from 51.3% to 49.6% and counting in less than an hour is crazy. And yeah, after refreshing every minute, I can confirm there's definitely about a dozen new votes per minute. Some serious investment from these Tumblr users. They are on this whole refreshing by the minute.
They're on the case.
And at this point, Ford has gone down to 49.6%. Ford has gone down to 49.6%, and Megatron is in the lead.
I'm biting my nails right now.
So, Need Him Pregnant poll posts with about 20 hours remaining. Hey, if you botted my poll, screw you. Don't do that. It ruins the fun of a good, honest race. And it's not like you're getting anything out of this fandom hobby poll other than like bragging rights. If your Lorbo is losing, campaign harder like everyone else. Put some passionate speech and art out into the world or something. Don't be a poor sport and pull shady stuff. I don't want to believe that's what happened, but the sudden rampant increase in Megatron votes in a very short amount of time is very suspicious, and several people have asked about it. I will give y'all a chance to either prove me the poll hasn't been botted, like if it's been shared in a high traffic Discord or something like that, which could potentially justify the number bump, or to come clean if it's been botted and tell me how many votes were added, which I will note and subtract from the final count. Otherwise, I'll be forced to disqualify Megatron from the race, which I know will be uber disappointing to many. So, there are allegations that someone is botting this poll in favor of Megatron.
Now, as a person who is just a layman in the situation, this sounds to me a little presumptuous because there's a lot of votes. That's
We'll
just a
see.
big vote.
Yeah, we will see how many votes it turns out with. There was already at this point like 18,000 votes. That's quite a lot of votes.
Yeah, and you would need, a lot of votes per minute to get to that. So I don't necessarily agree that this is necessarily a bot situation.
Right. So
maybe they just assume bots because
it's
the
Megatron.
implication.
Right. Let me tell you guys, I didn't want to document it because it was a little disheartening. There was a lot of robophobia
Wow.
in the comments of these. So let me just say that. But let's see what some people were saying, right? Some people had some evidence to provide for what was happening. Okay. So this user says, I threw the Megatron poll into a couple of decently big active discords. I'm shameless, so they are like Raider discords, and my old GW2 clans would be around 800 to 1,000 people total. I think I haven't exactly stopped to count all of them, with some extra propaganda a few hours ago. But I don't know how many of them even have Tumblr or would bother to vote. We managed to drum up some pretty fun hype for Pregatron with a couple people, if that would matter as well. So,
yeah, we spawned the bot, by the way.
Oh, whoops.
See, like
you should be able to.
Yeah, but then
remove one. Yeah, no. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. All right. So this user is claiming, hey, it doesn't necessarily have to be bots, right? I personally have two pretty big discords I'm on with like 1,000 people, and maybe they all. That's what they're saying. Now I want to point out they're saying this anonymous. So not really providing any proof necessarily. It's more hearsay, but this is what an Even Pregnant poll had to say. I really hope it's just a case of a bunch of people from Discord voting in quick succession, but it's not something I can easily verify. And then they continue in the tags. I would ask if you could ask around in your servers to get an idea of how many have voted, but I realize that's pretty difficult to do. So at this point, it is hearsay. I will say right now, this user did not return with any kind of proof at any point. This is the last we heard about Pregatron Discord server. times 1,000.
Let me tell you, I copied this message 1 million times, and I still haven't figured out. Awesome.
Go. So I think,
Yeah,
there you go. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So this is where we're at right now. This is like all that we have gotten to prove against botting, right? So from here, let's see what people are saying as to, them thinking that bots are at large. We're at about 19 hours remaining. So the same hour, somebody said even if it was a large amount of Discord votes, I don't think it would have spiked that much. Like, if you look at the percentages at the time, that doesn't exactly make sense. That's just my thoughts. If the votes did get voted, screw you. I hope you get caught. Need him pregnant poll responds, yeah, it was pretty sizable difference and with over 14,000 votes at the time and increased to basically 50-50 in under an hour. I genuinely feel like someone botted it to tie the numbers for the time being to increase Megatron's chances. They elaborate, I would love to be proven wrong, but I need tangible evidence, not just word of mouth.
I feel like there's bias,
Yeah, well, let's see.
but that's just me.
So, Smoked Salmon Official comes in with the following information. They said, doing some digging into the Megatron Ford poll as a Transformer fan, they voted for Megatron, presumably. Something is suspicious. You made the post about botting about 45 minutes ago at the time of writing, scrolling through reblogs. People say, holy crap, just in the last few minutes, we lost like 2%. How did we lose 2% so fast? Gotta pick it up, guys. 22 hours to go. A couple hours earlier, right? And now they say 2 hours ago is about the point that people begin to notice something is weird, /off, /commenting on it. There is some definite pointed questions about botting after this as well. People are saying, vote for my old man. This just got botted like crazy. No world in which 500 votes within minutes are real. We were not 50-50 an hour. Someone else continues, hey, not to be that guy, but how did Ford lose 9% lead in like 2 hours with 14,000 votes? Is that not weird to anyone? So we're saying, a lot more votes than we expect in the past couple of hours have come in. Most of them have been for Megatron. So we regained some lead for Pregatron during this time. Some serious lead was gained. They continue. Here is the reblog map of all reblogs. The big cluster in the center is reblogs directly from Make Him Pregnant poll.
Right.
They say there's no clusters big enough to turn a tide that fast in so little time. And so I don't see reblogs from any popular enough artists /Transformers blogs to do that. And I do believe that there are some that could do it, but I'm not seeing them or blogging. Could still be something like a Discord server. People are definitely spreading it around now that time is running out, but it's about the same on both sides. Conclusion, something not on Tumblr happened, or foul play. And yeah, if we take a look at the reblog map, this is like data that you can get on Tumblr for posts. But basically, you'll see there's like a huge cluster in the middle coming directly from the OP of the poll. And none of these other sort of like bigger dots they're saying are Transformers blogs. They're primarily probably the Gravity Falls people who are reblogging them, or just people who are reblogging it without any propaganda. So basically, they're just alleging. Yeah, I don't know. There's no way that anyone on Tumblr has been able to gain this much traction in the past couple hours.
Sorry, I pressed the button on the microphone. I wonder if it's better now.
I don't know. I don't know. Let us know. So this is what we're alleging currently. With about 19 hours remaining, need him pregnant poll responds, thank you for doing some digging. At least we can rule out a popular Tumblr reblog being the cause. Smoke Salmon official replies, glad to help. If anyone has screenshots of the poll for commentary purposes or to share with friends from before 2 hours ago, preferably from 3 or 4 hours ago, please share so we can get some real numbers. And boy, did people have screenshots. Like I said, we were very invested in this.
Very diligent.
Okay, same hour, about 19 hours remaining. It seems like it was close to 50-50, Anonymous says, with Ford leading for the first few days. Then Ford got a larger lead, and now it's closer to what it was like originally. So they're having some doubts. They're saying, I don't know. It seems like natural. This seems like the natural progression of things,
Right.
right? Oops.
Oi.
Well, we need a second. Our PC is running low on battery, apparently. We forgot to plug her in. All right. But yeah, guys, I don't know. Thoughts? What are we thinking at this point? Bots? I don't know how many of you guys are on Tumblr, but like, yeah, the competitions I feel never get um that much action in such a short amount of time from what I've seen. So, this person's not sure. They're saying, "Hey, I don't know. It seems like this is pretty natural, right?" And OP responds, "The gap in percentage is shrinking isn't the problem. It's the fact that the turnaround happens so quickly and quietly that makes it suspicious. Usually, when I see big upsets in poll numbers, it's accompanied with an increase in notifications, more reblogs, more tags, more propaganda, etc., etc. Usually when a notable blog reblogs." So that's what Smoked Salmon Official was saying in the last one, right? But I did not see any of that this time around. We saw the reblog map. That is true. Reblog notification buzz has been virtually the same as it's been the past week, pretty standard. And the fact the poll already had staggering vote numbers when this happened means it would have needed a lot of votes to bridge the gap as quickly as it did. So it's not adding up. It's not making sense, is the conclusion that we're coming to right now. And Scorp says, I don't know, I saw many times how the polls turn different directions in the end. It's true. It's true. You're
That's
not
what I
wrong.
think as well.
You're not wrong. I think that the suspicion is really just with the sheer amount of votes and then it not being tied to anything on Tumblr. So something must have happened off Tumblr is what we're believing right now. That's what it looks like. Okay? This user, Dottie's Dokies, replies, "So I have some time-stamped screenshots from when I was sending messages to my friends that we were losing our lead." Their old icon shows in the thing. Also, let me just point out, I believe Dottie's Dokies is the winner of the DashCon 2 trials. I believe
Wow.
they won a free ticket to DashCon 2 by some kind of luck because someone accidentally bought an extra ticket. DashCon 2 is sold out. Someone accidentally managed to get an extra ticket and they gave it away on Tumblr by doing some trials. This happened to be the winner, so,
This is
celebrity endorsement.
a person that is
Hmm.
has
Yeah,
reputation to withhold.
correct. So, Stanford is getting a bit of a celebrity endorsement here, in my opinion, because they do said that they were losing their lead. So to me, that means, they voted Stanford, right? These are the screenshots that they shared. All right, 7:53 p.m., 14,000 votes. We can see Megatron's at about 48.1%. Stanford about 51.9%. Still pretty close. 8:05 p.m., 14,890 votes, 172 votes in 12 minutes. The numbers haven't changed drastically, but Megatron did go up by about 0.5%.
Right.
All right. 8:40 p.m., about 35 minutes later, we're up to 15,520 votes. That is a big chunk of votes. 540 in 35 minutes. Virtually unheard of on Tumblr.
But then
Um,
again, I don't think it's out of realm of
mhm.
possibility considering the previous screenshot of 173 in 12.
Right,
Multiply that by
right.
like 3
I
times.
mean, I think what they're alleging is that it started around 8 a.m., 8 p.m. here.
Right.
So that's I think what the allegation is, right? We can see that Megatron is at 49.9%. So meaning that virtually every vote that has come in has had to have been for Megatron between 8:05 and 8:40. And finally, at 8:56, 15,635 votes. They started slowing down once Megatron and Stanford were 50-50. That's about 115 votes in a mere 16 minutes. That's what we're at.
This seems possible.
Yeah. If
I'm
you
a
think
believer.
you're still a believer, you still
I
think
I think it's
Megatron.
like, you know how in American
Mhm.
elections, like some states, like it goes in a wave,
Yeah.
and like maybe it just got to, maybe
Do you think it's a time zone thing?
yeah, it's a time zone
Yeah.
thing. The Megatron voters are on the
Are on the East Coast.
yeah,
East Coast Megatron voters.
yeah.
They just got out of work, so they're finally voting.
That's what I'm saying.
I could see that. I could see that. Okay. So that's where we're at. This is remember about a little bit under 20 hours to go, right?
I'm
18
sorry. Do you
hours.
think people who vote for Megatron or people who vote for Stanford are more likely to have a job?
Mm. Uh, I I believe people who vote for Stanford are more likely to have a 9 to 5, if I'm being honest.
You know, probably.
That I don't know. That's my bias. That's my opinion.
That's
I
fine.
never thought about it, but that's I think that could be a possibility. Okay, guys, 18 hours remaining. Dottie's Dokies continues. It's eyebrow raising, but conclusive. I don't know. Could have been bots, could have been a server bump. There may be no way to decisively know. Need him pregnant poll response. Thanks for the timestamps. Absolute MVP. I agree. I definitely think it still feels suspicious. There were 828 new votes in 63 minutes, and most of them seem to be in favor of Megatron, but it is possible to be from server bumps or a server bump, and there really isn't any way I can prove any definitive foul play on my own, which makes this a frustrating situation to be
Metallic says, I
in.
can tell the poll bias and it's sad to see.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hmm. Yes, Scorp did say smart because people often forget that not everyone has the same American time zones. I'm saying exactly. We will see. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I do think that there's a good amount of Transformers fans that are not, in the US, that are not in the Americas. I think it's big in I want to say Transformers is big in Europe. I bet that's true.
I mean, so
I have no
Gravity Falls,
I
to be
have
honest.
no evidence for that. I just think that should be the case.
Let me tell you something. When Gravity Falls was still coming out, I was a big Gravity Falls fan. And when they came off hiatus, like when the Weird Apocalypses or Strange Apocalypses, I don't remember. When it was happening, we were trying to watch it at the moment they were released, and that was at 3 a.m. in the morning. So,
This is
I
when
don't,
you lived in Belarus.
yes.
Okay.
So, I don't believe the Transformers fans had to go through that bullshit. So maybe Transformers is a more time zone friendly type of endeavor, but I cannot tell because I have never been a fan of Transformers.
Right. We're not big Transformers people on this channel, but we are big robot fans.
Yeah, and I like when they have like the one with one eye and big boobs.
The one with the one eye and the big boobs is our favorite.
Yeah.
What's his name? Scorp. Scorp. Please, we need you. All right.
Is it like Shockwave?
Is it Shock? I think it's
I think it's
Shockwave.
Shockwave, yeah.
Yeah. Metallic says, I don't care about Transformers, as most of the time their designs are meh, but some designs are cool. Hey, I like their designs.
I'm
Shockwave.
saying yes, Shockwave,
Shockwave.
Shockwave.
Yeah, the big tits and the one eye.
I love
That's
him.
those are like Asbestos' two favorite things in a match. All right, moving on. About 15 hours to go, and this is what people are saying. This person says, not the bots voting for Megatron. I'm not gonna lie, I hope Ford wins by default because the amount of votes in that short amount of time is very suspicious. So
Is this democracy to you?
people are calling for Megatron's dismissal in this competition. People are bargaining. They're saying, I vote for infertility fic and art if we lose. If Stanford loses. Let's see Bill dealing with the sadness of trying to knock up Ford and failing.
Look, I'm maybe it's a me thing, but I don't want that. I don't want the triangle doing that.
Want that triangle crying from infertility related trauma. That's not
Wait,
why I
is
no.
Bill infertile or is
I would say Ford,
Ford
well, Ford, I think.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know, possibly both, you know.
yeah,
Autobot shills. I'm saying, yeah, well, we are.
yeah.
And I will always be. All right. Someone anonymously says, "Yeah, despite all the shit that has happened, we Fordsters are slowly reclaiming our ground. Fordsters are celebrating. We
Wow.
fight like true warriors. Keep fighting, even if our chances seem too slim."
This is how freedom dies with thunderous applause.
And interestingly, this first user, Ren Orto, who said that they think Ford should win by default, has also said, "I hope the poller considers the fact that if Megatron wins, it was because of cheating, and the character doesn't go to the next round."
Wow.
They're trying to disqualify our man.
They're trying to impeach.
They're trying they're trying to impeach Megatron.
I wouldn't understand what was Stanley against Megatron. Yeah, I think Stanley can get pregnant.
Stanley, I guess I don't know.
I think he would just put like a pillow under the and just like,
Yeah, he would.
pretend to be pregnant for like benefits or
Yeah,
something.
he would pretend to be pregnant to collect the government benefits.
Yeah.
I could see that. He needs his food stamps.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stanford. Well,
Mm.
in any case, we're at about 15 hours. Still with 15 hours remaining. People are, having a goof. They're having a laugh. Of course, there's a bot involved in the Megatron Ford poll. It's Megatron. We're having a good time here.
He has a lot of
It's not that serious, guys. He's got a lot of bots. It's Megatron.
Let him have it.
Someone said, my question, okay, Zombified Queer, who, if you'll recall, said they were going to write a 10,000 word fan fiction, said, my question about the botting thing is, what's the motive? If people wanted me to write a fic that bad, they could have just asked.
Yeah.
Zombified Queer is a hero in this situation.
Yeah.
And Marvelous Moose reminds Tumblr users that if Megatron wins this poll, not even the whole competition, just this poll, that they will get this tramp stamp
Tattoo.
on their own lower back.
Bernie guaranteed.
Bernie guarantees it. And, they're pointing out it's a bargain. They don't even have to win the entire competition, just this poll.
And if Megatron loses, you're gonna deprive them of this?
You're gonna deprive
You're gonna take this away?
Marvelous Moose of their beautiful new tattoo.
You're gonna stop them from being sexy at work? I don't know.
You're gonna stop them from being sexy at the beach this summer?
Boo.
Okay. Moving on. So,
We need to collect ourselves.
we need to collect ourselves a little bit. So, this is where we're at, guys. Gigantic allegations of botting. We've got huge allegations of botting. We have people bargaining on either side. We have groups. We have laughs.
The country is in shambles.
But
nobody can find a common ground. Or can they?
But we can. So, luckily, some people on either side of the aisle have come together. They have asked for peace. And they have said the following: I want them both pregnant.
Yes!
I wish there was an option for both.
Yes!
This user says, I want to get both Ford and Megatron pregnant, pleading emoji. We can be Polly, and I can be their girl husband, and they can be my Mpeg male wives. Please, we're pleading. We're pleading for people to vote for both of these men to get pregnant. We're pleading for peace.
Gripping to their feet,
Need him
begging them.
need him pregnant, Paul responds. That's a beautiful dream.
And you crushed it.
And a dream, my friends, it would remain. For the peace would not last. I need to take a short break here for just a moment. I will be right back. You may
I will be there.
1 second.
I do agree that this is just, my thing is that Stanford just doesn't have that many supporters in universe. Like, what supporters does he have? He has like, okay, let's say Bill. Bill is a supporter of getting Stanford pregnant. Okay, he has a brother. He can maybe convince them to vote for him. He has, you know, uh, Dipper and Mabel. Maybe they'll vote for him. Who else? He doesn't have that many people to turn to for help. Versus Megatron that has an entire army, basically, that can vote for him. And I feel like whatever he says goes. And I think maybe some Autobots might join in because, they don't have to be like him to agree that he should get pregnant because, pregnancy is a personal choice. And, I will hand my mic to my wife.
Thank you for that impassioned speech, my love. Okay, guys, so as we saw, people were calling for peace on both sides of the aisle, but unfortunately, that was not meant to last. Over the next 12 hours, people would continue the debate, and this is what they had to say. Is it not working anymore? All right. The war wages on. Yeah, such a drastic and sudden lead for Megatron coming out of nowhere when most of the recent reblogs and comments are for Ford, and the surges keep happening every time Ford is in the lead. Beyond sus, it's pretty blatant botting at this point. This is just childish and unfair. Hundreds of votes in the matter of 10 minutes. Nah, cheating. Okay.
I am
This
not
user
agreeing.
this user says genuinely don't believe Ford could have dropped 6% in like 3 hours. He's been leading for the large majority of the week until today, where the robot got 2 rounds of spiked votes. Once at exactly 50%, which got called up to question, and now again 6% in 3 hours. So we're at our second alleged round of voting.
Wow.
Everyone, round of botting the votes, everybody. This user says, I swear, if one of you botted for Megatron, I'll cry. Pregaton is great, but at the cost of our humanity. Okay.
That's profound.
Don't let that old man lose. Hold the line. Don't let the robots win. Megatron. Botters.
No.
I'm saying the robophobia is enormous.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, never mind. Thousands of votes in 12 hours, most of them sleeping hours. Be for real. I hope someone else took caps this time.
Well, once again, sleeping for who?
I'm saying
For Americans.
for Americans, exactly. So not necessarily, in my opinion, but they're saying it was mostly sleeping hours. All right. Finally, this user says, "Hey, it looks like the huge boost for Megatron is happening again. Is it normal? I'm looking right now, and there are dozens of additional votes in only a few minutes. Oh wow, it's a perfect tie in less than 20 minutes. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't have the screenshots, but I've been in front of the poll for a half an hour and saw the percentage for Ford jump from 51.3 down to 50% just now. So we're again alleging multiple rounds of botting the votes. And this user says, oh, the Megatron fans are botting. Okay.
You might say that. You
That-
might say that, but will you ever get the evidence?
I feel like that's a bit pointed.
Well, that's a bit pointed.
Yeah. All right. So that's what happened over the next few hours. I think it's time to see what we were looking at during the final hours of the poll.
Yes.
So, with about 3 hours remaining, this user says Megatron has gone up 0.6% in 20 minutes after Ford was gradually going up over the course of several hours. I think this is botting round 3. 3 rounds of botting were being alleged here, guys. So, Megatron shot up. Meanwhile, Ford was only going up steadily. I don't know. Doesn't that sound doesn't that sound weird? Why would it increase from both sides all of a sudden when they were at 50-50 for most? I just don't see it because they're saying that like Stanford was gonna suddenly shoot up like 10% if
Like,
Megatron
why?
hadn't been botted. I don't know. I don't know.
Does not make sense.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. This person says it's so obviously being botted right now. I'm taking screenshots for proof. People are very invested. Once again, we all look like this right now.
Well, one of them is cooler. One of them is cooler.
So people were getting a little heated in the comments at this point. Some people were saying I did see some. I didn't include it. I didn't want to put too much negativity, but somebody was pretty much saying, I can't believe that like Gravity Falls fans like just simply don't believe that Transformers got its shooters out here. But and I do kind of tend to agree, but again, let's try to remain unbiased here.
We're so unbiased.
We're so unbiased. We're unbiased. Okay. Now, here we are with a single hour remaining on the poll. Whoops. they all went up at once. That's okay. All right. This person has further screenshots. Someone said, I have a question. I voted for Megatron in the very first day as a little thank you to the Transformers that gave me a goofy childhood, but why? And they show some of the earlier screenshots, right? And now this is with about 1 hour and 13 minutes remaining. Megatron is at 51.6%. Stanford is at 48.4%. This person says, I agree. Don't think this is normal. It took 11 minutes for Megatron to gain 0.2% on a poll with over 20,000 votes at this point. If you'll notice the amount of votes, 21,449, which is about 300 notes. I really want to believe this poll is fair, but there haven't been any popular accounts reblogging this recently. And then this user says, Megatron is up another 0.2% in 9 minutes since you posted this. This is getting ridiculous. 1 hour, 4 minutes remaining, 21,592 votes. Megatron is at 51.8%, Stanford close behind, 48.2%. Guys, I believe it may be time to see the results.
It's time.
It's time. And the results are in. The winner was Megatron, baby! Yes! Megatron! So,
Unbiased.
I mean, unbiased. We're unbiased here, as we all know.
Yeah.
However, I did want to point out Megatron did end up winning. Okay, we'll look at the numbers in just a second. And that's actually the end of it. We'll just go through the numbers really quick. There was nothing else happened. That was the end of it. Megatron won. He's pregnant now. He's happily expecting. Except that's not true.
No,
Unfortunately,
I'm gonna cry.
that is not the end of our story. That is not where we leave off this saga. So, let's take a quick look at the aftermath of our little poll here. So,
That's a pretty big lead.
these are the final results. So, Megatron at 52.1%, Stanford 47.9%, so about 4% difference. I think, pretty significant actually
In
toward the
modern
end here.
democracies, that is pretty
That's,
suspicious.
we saw there was a ton of votes. So that's a good amount of votes. This Need Him Pregnant poll did unfortunately reply, I've reviewed all the information sent to me, and though it pains me to do this, I'm making the executive decision to disqualify Megatron from the tournament. He will not be invited back for season 2.
I don't know what to say.
Disappointing.
That's very disappointing.
I'm very disappointed that this happened, as it insults the efforts of not only the opposing character's supporters, but also those of the Transformers fans who worked so hard campaigning fairly and squarely.
This is collective punishment.
It's punishment, is what it is. This is a silly fan tournament, and I'm just one person. I do my best to keep things fun for everyone, but I can't manage this level of voter fraud on my own. And they go on to say, have some integrity next time. If you don't want to play by my rules, move on and leave my blog behind.
Screw you, man.
Nah, that is serious.
Screw you.
That's harsh, I gotta say. But them's the breaks. So, as we close on this saga, let's look back on some of the promises that were made during the tournament.
Scorpio says, I just wonder why they're like, okay, so I'm banning this character permanently.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think because there is some sort of personal bias.
I don't know. I guess that they're saying like we're not going to invite them back because we don't want this to happen a second time. But
Well, to me, it just sounds like collective punishment.
uh,
I think
I
they, actually, my conspiracy theory, I think they orchestrated this. This is a false flag operation to get Megatron out of the vote.
yeah, some people were saying that in the comments. They were saying that they believe that the Stanford people were doing it. Actually,
I believe this.
that could be a legitimate concern.
I'm unbiased person from outside.
That could be a legitimate concern.
So yeah.
So, taking a look back at some of the promises made during this poll, we can see Zombified Queer, who had promised 10,000 words, said, now that Megatron's official disqualification from the tournament, I'll be slowly posting the drafts I completed. But I am supremely disappointed in whoever decided to ruin the fun of a fandom poll by botting it, which I believe is the case.
This is a conspiracy theory. It's not.
In the future, Decepticons, we will rise and rebel in Spark and letter of the competition. That said, thank you to Need Him Pregnant poll for running polls that have been extremely fun to follow. I salute you and your decision. Please take care of yourself. I'm not gonna lie, the response was overwhelmingly positive. People agreed with the decision for the most part. There was a few people who were kind of like doing, they were saying that it was a conspiracy, which I'm not saying is the case, but I'm not saying it's not the case. But also, like I said, most people were in agreement. So them's the breaks. However, Zombified Queer did say that they're going to be posting the drafts that they completed. Perhaps they're still going to finish their 10,000 word mech preg. Mech preg.
McBride.
I hope they do. Um, I'm praying for them, and I thank them for their service.
I hope the term goes fine.
Mhm.
I hope the delivery goes fine.
Yeah. And of course, we cannot forget about the tattoo, right? So, will the tattoo happen now that Megatron has been disqualified? Let's
Will
see.
it?
This person asks user Marvelous Moose, who had promised to get the tattoo if Megatron won in the one particular poll. They ask them, giving you good vibes because of this poll business. Hope you feel better soon. Have a good day. Marvelous Moose was disappointed, to say the least. They were not happy. Um, However, this is what they had to say. Thanks, and same to you. I mean, it's a disappointment, but you can't keep a good bitch down for long. I've still got other Blorbos competing, and I have a new tattoo to add to the collection, baby.
Yeah.
We got him his tattoo. Autobots,
God, I wish we could see it.
fellow robot lovers, we did it. So, with
How
all
does
that
it compatre?
with all that being said, let's take a look. How does it compatre? uh, so how does it compadre? Let's take a look at one of the other polls that was happening during the same time. This other poll also had a lot of propaganda. A lot of people were talking about it. And the poll was between Benjamin Franklin Hawkeye from MASH and Reagan from Mob Psycho. So, two heavy hitters. As you can see, Hawkeye won by 0.9%, by a very small margin, really. And it was only at 6,325 votes.
Well, is it 9%? It's like
0.9%,
no, wait.
right?
No, that's like shouldn't you like was it isn't it like
It's a percent, I
one
guess.
eight?
I think it's like a percent. Yeah. It's very
Am I
close.
stupid?
Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. It's a very close poll is my point.
Right.
And it was like the second like, big poll that was happening at the time. And the guy from MASH won. I don't know anything about MASH, I'm sorry. But apparently he often jokes about getting pregnant
Well,
and about people getting him pregnant. Like he'll just say like, "Oh, get me pregnant." Like, "Fuck me, get me pregnant." So, I mean, fair enough. I
as a
think
man does.
I think Reagan had his work cut out for him, but I'm proud of him.
For trying.
And then, comparing that to our Megatron versus Stanford Pines, final results from 22,191 votes, almost like four times as many votes as the second most popular poll that was happening at the same time.
That's the second most popular?
That was the second most popular poll that got the second highest amount of votes.
I thought that was like a flop one because nobody knows who Benjamin Franklin is.
Oh, there is a huge MASH fan base on Tumblr.com, let me tell you. I learned that this week. Yep. People people love these guys on on Tumblr.com. People love MASH. So, this is I don't know anything about MASH, to be honest, but it's basically like these guys are like in the military. That's the premise of it. And then,
Okay.
we all know Reagan from Mob Psycho. He's
I just don't get why
popular.
Reagan lost to some military dude.
He's really popular, in these kinds of polls. I was surprised. But yeah, MASH has its shooters on Tumblr.com. It's crazy.
Okay.
but apparently not as many as Transformers and or Gravity Falls because it got only like a quarter of the amount of votes that Megatron and Stanford did collectively.
Right.
So this was a big poll.
It's just wild to me that Ford did not get any accusations of voting on his
Mm-hmm.
side,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. I guess, his votes went up more steadily. If he was getting botted, they were doing it a lot more subtly, you know?
I'm just asking questions. I'm not alleging
I'm
anything.
not alleging
I'm
anything.
just
I'm
asking.
just saying I do believe, it's possible. It's possible. At this point, it's botted from both sides. Scorp says, I agree. I think that that is a very much a possibility. But with that, friends, that concludes the Mpreg wars. Um, there's nothing really left to be said. I mean, anybody have any thoughts? Anyone want to share their opinions? I know we've already kind of talked a little bit about this. It is possible that there could have been botting from both sides, in my opinion. But yeah, as we conclude, let's take just one quick look again at Mpreg Wars. Megatron
Versus
versus
Stanford
Stanford
Pines.
Pines. Very well rehearsed that was.
Thank you.
But
Well, my opinion is I think, obviously Gravity Falls fandom is a very rooted non-sexually in Tumblr ecosphere fandom. We all remember when the whole Bill sexy man type of thing was going on.
mhm.
How monumental and earth-shattering that was. So clearly, all the people feel nostalgic about that time, and I feel like the renaissance of Old Man Yahweh
Mhm.
in was like a big thing, bringing back Stanford as a popular character in the Tumblr sphere. But I just I just look at him and I do not see what those people see. I see Megatron and I see a strong mother. I see Megatron and I see someone who can support a child. I see someone who can stand tall for for
For Cybertron.
for Cybertron.
For
For
Cybertron.
Cybertron. And Stanford Pines, he's not even that family oriented. He abandoned his family to go into a portal.
Yeah, he
He
did do
doesn't even have a good relationship with his brother. I just don't think he would be a good mother.
I don't I don't disagree. I don't disagree. But yeah, I mean it was quite a saga. I mean, robot fuckers versus old man Yowie. Truly a tale for the times, I have to say.
I applaud you for your presentation
Thank you.
and your presentation skills.
Thank you. Happy
I
Pride, everybody.
happy Pride,
All right,
everybody.
we're not done with the stream. We have some more stuff for you guys today. Do you want to do the
I have not set up on
Okay, that's
the
fine.
guy,
That's fine. We'll do that next week. But I do have some other stuff for you guys. We can go back to the Sonic content. Um,
and I'm just gonna draw, I
yeah, we're just gonna
believe.
keep drawing. We're just gonna keep chatting. We're gonna keep drawing. We're gonna keep going through these cursed Sonic opinions. And we're gonna be here for another like hour. So
Yeah,
stick around while we get that set up. And thank you very much for listening to my presentation. Yeah, I did. Don't mind. I know that there's like timestamps all over the place on it. I did collect the screenshots over like several days. But overall, like in general, I think I got the gist of it. So thank you very much, Scorp. I appreciate you. Okay, from here, I'm gonna have to head on over to
here's your chat.
Thank you. Thank you very much for my chat. I'm going to go over to the Tumblr blog. Let me see.
More like Tumblr bog.
Right. Oh boy, guys. Okay, so we as we were getting ready for the Mpeg Wars, we were kind of going through a little bit some of the asks that were submitted to Cursed Sonic opinions, specifically everything that was tagged Freaky Confession. So, everything related to finding a Sonic character attractive in some way. Okay? Physically, romantically, etc. Metallic, write more for the Nova ask. What do you want to write? Do
Yeah, what do you want?
you want to? We can. I can. Guys, let's. Can we all send Metallic some confessions about Nova,
Yeah.
the neo metal Sonic?
Let's ask some questions.
Yeah,
Some OC developing questions.
let's ask some OC developing questions.
I think, let me think of something right now. I think, I'm interested to know, like, what is the living situation? Because I feel
Yeah,
like where Nova is established, like, does she keep any sort of like crew around her? Is she like being an overlord or is she solitary? That's very interesting to me.
Metallic is answering my questions right now. I sent a few questions in
Oh,
a few
okay.
days ago.
What you asked?
I don't remember at this point.
Fair.
Let me know when you're done, Metallic. I'd love to pull it up. Okay, that's all right. We'll go into the. We're gonna do the asks for now on this blog. How did I manage that? Okay. So once again, we're going through the freaky asks because I think these are fun. And everything else is just more Shadaria discourse. Believe it or not, we're still talking about it 2 weeks later.
Well, I'm
So
guessing that's like one interesting thing that happened.
what asks Scorp? Metallic posted like some ask prompts for Nova, asked people to send in asks about the character, and we'll be answering them on their blog. So if you have a question, you should send it over to Metallic's Tumblr so that they can talk about Nova some more because I want to hear some more about them.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where we left off, right? People were saying they really into Knuckles. A lot of people were agreeing about that Knuckles confession, that kind of shy one that they weren't sure, like
Yeah.
like I want to kiss him or something, that one.
Yeah.
This user says, "Yeah, actually, I agree with the other freaky asks about Knuckles. I want to give birth to his children." Uh, and then in uh in parentheses they put, "I'm sterile." Okay.
One thing I always loved about Tumblr is how people are so willing to disclose things about themselves. And I am the same way. And I support that.
Yeah.
I'm giving a high five for being infertile.
High five for being infertile. Okay, next ask. People said Amy and Blaze are probably the only girls that are girlfriend material.
Not true.
Not true.
Like, what does that mean?
What do you mean? What about
Like,
Vanilla? What about Rouge?
like, what it's giving to me is misogyny.
Honestly.
Because it's like, oh, I need a wife that is like completely uncontroversial and has, a cat who wants to sit on my lap once again. For some reason, I think cats like me,
Yeah.
which is I don't know why.
She's just crawling over you to get to me right now.
Oh, okay. My thing is like, okay, why don't you want Rouge? Because like, are we shaming? What what is the
It's
situation?
it's slut shaming. It's giving slut shaming.
Yeah, like, do we not want Vanilla because she has a child?
Yeah. Come on. You're gonna tell me Vanilla is not like wife material? Be for real.
You're gonna tell me you don't want Wave because she's purple? I might agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care for Wave either. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not that I don't care for her. I just don't like purple.
No, well, fair enough, I guess. But yeah, yeah, I'm in firm disagreement. I think they're all girlfriend material a little bit, except for Wave. Sorry, Wave.
Yeah, I think she's gay anyway.
Well, she's got like someone's girlfriend, I guess.
I guess.
All right. The next ask, they did not submit it anonymously, which is interesting, but they did say, Psy, Chaos Zero could get it, I'm afraid.
I can see that.
Chaos Zero could get it, I'm afraid.
I think Perfect Chaos can get it, but
uh,
that's me.
Perfect Chaos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I like how the jaw opens like a little bit, but then a lot.
from the right angle,
You
it could
know?
work.
Yeah.
I could see it. Chaos Zero. I don't know if I'm into if I'm into them.
He's groovy. He's like always like
Yeah, he's always undulating.
yeah.
But Metallic says, "Okay, that's water." Okay, tea.
Okay, that's water.
For real.
Honestly, that's the funniest
That's
thing.
that's the funniest way to put that. Yeah, the blog runner did respond. He would make you wet.
Well, I don't like it anymore.
I don't like that. No, I don't. I don't like the thought of it.
I don't like the thought of it.
No, thank you. I don't know. Chaos, not for me. I'm gonna be honest.
Look, and there, I'm just I have nothing to defend myself.
Oh, all right. Next ask. Eggman may or may not be a genuine hear me out of mine. I think that's not a controversial opinion.
I think that's actually pretty common.
That's people are into the dad bod, people are into the gilfs.
Right.
I People are into old man Yowie and they ship him with themselves sometimes.
Do they ship Eggman with another Eggman?
Maybe.
Maybe.
That could happen with the other one whose name we can't say.
Oh yeah, the negative.
Negative Eggman. Yeah,
They should not have called him that.
they should not have called him that. I don't know. That's pretty popular. I mean, we're all aware of Egg Emperor on Tumblr. Yes.
Yes.
Eggman's biggest fan. They have
Yeah, yeah.
he has a shrine to Eggman in his
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
It complete with like an Eggman body pillow. I mean, that man is serious about
Eggman.
Ivo Robotnik. Yeah.
I respect the dedication.
I respect the hustle.
Yeah.
So I know Eggman being hot is not an unpopular opinion. Um, I don't know. I don't know if Eggman is for me.
But clearly there is people who he's
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, if we're talking like first Sonic movie Eggman, I'm afraid he could get it. Yeah.
but after that, goodbye.
After that,
It's been a downward slope
it's
from there.
it's been going downhill there for me. For me. Okay. I understand why people would still be into him, but for me, I don't know.
I have this delusion that I can add Amy.
I see that. Yeah. I don't know. I am rooting for you.
Thank you.
We are coming back to this ask that says I'm impregnating Infinite.
I have a
Insane.
mutual who this might be.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it last time. This ask is not like it's not a request, it's a threat. It's not even a
It's just
threat.
like
It's just they're just stating their
it's like,
action.
by the way, did you know I'm doing this right
It's an admission of guilt, yeah.
now? I don't think they feel guilty.
Scorp says this makes her want to make more content with Eggman. Okay.
World is your oyster.
Also, Amy is so cute.
Thank you.
So true.
She's so I.
She's so booge. She's such a little bug.
Little known
Queen.
fact about Amy is that she's booch.
She's but a little molecule.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's this one that I did not understand. The bio lizard would treat me right. We saw that one last time.
I don't
Ah,
think you would, but more
ah.
power to you.
Here's one that I agree with. I want Scrapnik Mecha.
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
I think that's fair.
I can definitely see where they're coming from. You know, it's the big eye. It's a single
It's
eye.
the big eye. It's the
It's the cape a little bit.
honestly, it's just the character itself
The
is great. Like
the weird claws.
the unstable personality. Like it's all we like.
Yeah.
We love an unstable girl.
And Asp recently, her last commission was
Drawing Sigma and Mecha ship art. And
yeah.
honestly, I ship it.
Yeah.
I think they look great together. And I think that's beautiful because from what I understood, because I did not read it, because I love not reading. But from the context clues, I'm guessing that Sigma like took a lot of care of Mecha and like, he knows him. He knows that he's like very prone to outbursts and he just like feels bad for him and like cares for him. Like I think that's beautiful. I think they
Yeah.
should get gay married.
I think they should get married. I think they are married. Also, yeah, Scorp says, I remember I couldn't get you to read it. You can't, nobody can get Asp to read anything. She's illiterate,
I
I'm
am
afraid.
not only am I illiterate, the moment I am suggested to watch or read something, I immediately don't want to. I am sorry. That's just the truth.
I'm kind of the same way. I don't know.
It has to come to me in a dream. I have to wake up like in the middle of the night and cold sweat and be
I
like, I need to watch this.
I will simply have things on my watch list for 7 years before I even think about like looking it up.
About Infinite. I mean, like, okay, but there's better options. You like edgy boy failure. Metallic, let me tell you. The problem is that we love a pathetic boy failure.
Tumblr, if there's one thing about Tumblr users and, you know, especially like Sonic fans on Tumblr, they love a pathetic man. They love a boy failure.
I have a controversial opinion, but like when Neo is a pathetic boy failure as well.
I mean, that is, we do love Neo. He is a little bit pathetic.
He is pathetic and I love that.
We do love that about him. He is unfortunately.
When a man tries to be so cool, but he is so pathetic that's like, oh yeah. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
So cool and failing so hard at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love that. So I mean I understand why people are into Infinite. I just don't think he's as cute.
Yeah.
He's just not that cute.
And, he just did not have he could have done more.
Well, all right, moving on to the next one. Okay. My cursed Sonic opinion is that Kirk, the voice actor for Shadow, gave Shadow a sexy ass voice. The hate is so forced. Heartbreak emoji. That deep, smooth tone he uses in Forces is panty dropping. Okay.
Okay. I my ick is that I hate when people say panty dropping.
Yeah, I don't love that.
Like pick those up and put them back on.
Pick those up, girl.
Pick those up. That's get out of my house.
I think. I mean,
She looks like an eye emoji.
she's so
Eyes
bougie.
emoji.
She's so cute. No.
Yay! I'll probably be like neutral or something, but
Yeah, I
we'll
like
see.
that. Oh my god. But yeah,
Don't litter.
don't litter.
Yeah, exactly.
Metallic, you are so fun. Okay. By the way, speaking of hot voices, is Mo here?
No, I don't think.
I don't think Mo is here. Y'all, Mo has a hot voice. Like he sounds sexy as hell. I don't know.
Will this be delivered?
I was asking him on his stream if he would do a video essay because I want to listen to him talk for 3 hours. You know? Hey, here it is.
Hi, Mom.
I summoned him. Awesome. Hi Mo.
I feel like we were listening to the video, and you were saying like, I respect when a person who like does video essays, they have like a lot of control over their voice. And I was like, damn, that's neither of us. Well, welcome back. You came just in time.
Mo says, I just popped in to say hi. You heard your ears were ringing, babe.
Don't worry about it.
I love that. Well, hi. Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
we were
So
talking about voices.
we're talking about voices. It came up. I'm sorry. And Scorp says they're right. Scorp says we're right. She agrees with
Honestly,
us.
like it's
Mo,
you sound great,
You've got a
and your
great
mic is
voice.
great.
You have a good mic, and
And also, I'm very jealous of your setup. It's so neat and organized.
we need to look. We don't know what we're doing. Okay,
We don't know what we're doing. You're an inspiration.
you're a huge inspiration to us, Mo. Um, yeah, make that video essay if you don't mind. I'd love to listen.
I'd love to listen about Wally.
I'm just trying to get you to talk on the stream so I can hear you more. Uh, all right, moving on. Oh, I don't know. What do we think about Shadow's voice actor, Kirk, the old voice
Which one is
actor?
that? It's in like Sonic Adventure 2?
I would have preferred Shadow to be Hayden Christensen.
Which one is that?
I'm not sure, actually. Hi Azur, thank you for joining us. Oh, and thank you for the compliment, really, of course, Mo.
Yes, of course. We're
You're
just being real.
you're a huge inspiration, bud. Yes, hi Azur, it's going great. We're getting into these these fun confessions again.
Amy is currently eyes emoji.
Yeah. I'm afraid you guys missed the Mpeg wars
Yeah.
from earlier. Um,
Well,
but I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here.
Oh, instead of Anakin Skywalker from the prequels, instead of what's his name? John Wick, Keanu Reeves.
Oh, I
Oh, so you're talking about in the movie.
look, my thing is, I know that everyone thinks that Keanu Reeves is a capybara and whatever, but I'm not that.
Talek says I survived the Mpeg Wars. We are all survivors
We
of
all
the
survived
Mpeg
the
Wars.
yes.
I'll do a little recap. I'll do a little recap.
Yeah, I think you should edit that into like.
No, no, no. I'm gonna do a recap here in a few minutes.
Should I bring
No,
it
no,
up?
not yet, not yet. We'll do. If you want to hear about the Mpeg Wars, guys, we'll do a recap. You're talking about the movie, Mo. I don't know. I guess Keanu Reeves was fine, but he definitely sounds like an old man.
Yeah.
That one line he has where he sounds kind of like, a little bit younger is when Stone is like saying like we're gonna make victory guac. And Shadow's like victory guac. Like he repeats it under his breath and I'm like I can't believe they got Keanu Reeves to say it.
They would make that man say anything.
Yeah, I'm glad he said it. I don't know. That was fun for me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like a huge fan of that actor, but I don't know. I can see why people like him, I guess. It was a strange choice for sure. I think this person is talking specifically about the voice actor for the games. I'm not gonna lie. I think that voice that VA does have a really good voice. He does have a sexy voice. I don't know if I ever found Shadow specifically to be like hot, but I think he's got a great voice for that. Uh, panty dropping.
Horrible. Stop saying that.
Horrible. Scorp says Amy is insanely cute. I'm not okay. Real.
Thank you.
God, she's so adorable. That's such a funny creature.
Amy's a booge.
So booch coded. To me. Okay. Um. Oh, this one's interesting. Okay. This user says anonymously, I have one of those giant stuffed dog plushies that is bigger than me from when I was a kid. Sometimes I lay in bed with it next to me, pretending that it's one of the characters I simp for, usually Sonic or Knuckles. Sonic or Knuckles. If I feel extra sappy and daydreamy, I'll bring my little Sonic plush from my desk to pretend we're a family going to bed. That is
Oh.
so cute.
Yeah.
You could not torture that confession out of me, but that is really cute.
Yeah.
Good for you, bud. But one of the yeah, like one of those giant plushies. It's just
Right.
like that's your husband. That's great.
Look, when I had to like go back to sleeping alone, that was pretty sad. So I think that's,
Yeah, I mean, good for them.
whatever gets you through the
I
night.
like that. I appreciate that it's getting them through it. I think that's fun. You gotta get yourself one of those big ass Sonic plushies.
Right.
Is all I gotta say.
Yeah.
It helps. Okay. Somebody said new to the Sonic movies. So this person got into the fandom because of the movies. Kind of confused why this franchise has so many fangirls until I watched Shadow skate on water while looking directly at me and I couldn't breathe. Guys, I get it now.
I have to say I do not get it because at least when it's like a cartoon or like a game, I feel like, there is a degree of
Separation.
maybe. It's just that that's maybe I'm just too much of an adult now. And like now Shadow is like a ridiculous little creature.
At no point during any of the three Sonic movies did I look at one of those characters and think,
That's hot.
and yeah, I at no point did I look at one of those characters and think would.
No.
Like, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Metallic says Shadow for me is just a guy.
Yeah, Shadow is just
He's
a
just
guy.
a guy. Well, he's just like a little guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not into little guys.
Big guys only.
Big guys only. Big guys only. Amy. Now, Amy.
Amy's a different thing.
Amy's a different story. Amy in the movie, so cute. Amy could get it.
Amy could get it.
Amy could get it. I'm sorry. That's my opinion on that.
Controversial.
That's my controversial opinion. That's what I'm that's all I have to say about that. Yeah, no. I don't know. The shadow from the movies being hot. I'm gonna veto that one.
Yeah.
Next.
I have
Okay.
to say, I do not know what to do with her outfit. I just kind of didn't think of that.
She's just a floating head.
Yeah, but like I want to like
Do that. Do what they did in the Sonic movie and just cover it with a cape. Just put a giant cape on her. The model's incomplete.
that's very funny. I might.
Oh, this one's fun. So this is a recurring character on this blog. They say, I'm a lesbian, but Starline is extremely sexy to me, and all my friends think I'm joking. I would think that you're joking too.
That is a duck or a platypus.
That is, I said it last stream. If it has a beak, I'm not into it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then again,
If it has a beak, the submission is weak.
okay, never mind. Actually, it doesn't. A duckbill specifically, I really don't like. I guess a beak could be okay. I don't know.
I don't know. I cannot imagine a bird that I would be like, yeah.
Did you see Moe's Gamma? I like that one. I like that one.
That's fair. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
he
got a
was
point.
he was pretty cute.
Yeah.
I could see being into him for sure.
But like, I'm imagining a platonic ideal of like a Sonic bird OC, and that's not doing it.
Oh, Scorp is suggesting to redraw her old outfit because it was cute.
Yeah, but I just don't really like the old outfit. That's my problem.
I mean, it was colorful.
I mean, it was just red.
Wasn't it like, oh, I guess because metal was when she was wearing like the armor, it was like red and blue.
Yeah, but that was when they combined together.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't love the old outfit, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't love it either. I'll figure something out in the process.
Yeah,
For now, it's a cape.
it's a cape for now. Well, we'll see where you go with it. Uh, also, yeah, someone did say I want the platypussy. I'm not getting into it again, guys. Um, okay. Oh, you'll like this one, Scorp.
Wouldn't
Um,
that be a cloaca? Never mind.
listen to me. I'm not acknowledging it. I'm not acknowledging it. Azur says Mao's Gamma is super cool, not biased. Not biased at all.
It cannot be biased.
That cannot be biased.
I feel like being non-biased is like.
What do you think? What do you think, Azur? Would you?
Would you?
Let me know. Starline, dude is dead as fuck. Yeah, sad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to her. You'll like this one, Scorp. I'm sorry, I got distracted. It says, this is from the actual blog runner. They were asked for a freaky confession, and they said, "I want Clutch's golden tooth in my neck." Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something about it.
Look, he's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
You don't have to do a lot to convince me. Let's just
And he has a lot of influence.
yeah. Hold on a second.
And he's evil.
He is evil. We need some lights. The sun has set. Okay, here we go. The camera just stopped perceiving me because it was too dark. All right, here we go. Oh, juggling these phones.
Oh, wow.
This is and the mic. Okay, here we go. Wait.
Do you guys want an Among Us?
Let's draw. Let's have an Among Us break.
Yeah.
Azur refuses to answer.
Well.
I see Clutch as a trash man. Some people are really into that.
That's the thing. A lot of people are into
we
it.
love like a little trash goblin.
Yeah, we love a guy that is like completely um uh
I don't know, just irredeemable. Just horrible. Just a
irredeemable
horrible
guy.
little guy.
We love a irredeemable little
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Or a big guy.
Big guy, let's be real.
Yeah.
He is a trash man though. But yeah, I could see it. Apologies. Walking home. I suppose so. Thank you, Azur. I agree wholeheartedly. This is the sexually harassing Mo and his artwork stream.
Sorry. Sorry, Ma.
All right. Next confession. Iblis is my wife, by the way. Iblis is my wife.
I agree.
Iblis?
Yeah. I remember like when I just started my blog, I made like a Moby and Sono vid list.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
And I think it was pretty cool. But I'm
True.
biased.
Scorp says, me saying he's a trash man and I have ideas for toxic yaoi. I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's an appeal to what's his name?
Clutch.
Clutch. I always forget his name.
Yeah.
He's such a nobody to me.
That's the thing. He's from IDW, so we don't know much.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, we get the vibe.
Yeah, we got the vibe. I mean, I like the IDW characters, but like, he's just no one to me.
Look, my thing is, I like what I read of IDW, but my thing with continuously coming out comics is I cannot maintain my interest for that long. I either gotta do like I gotta do a binge in one day, or I'm not gonna read it. Same reason I stopped reading Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, I mean, my problem is I'm not like if you make me wait a month between issues, I'm not gonna read the next issue. Maybe now that there's like a lot of them out, I can catch up again, and I'll probably read it at some point. But also for me, like comics, I have such a poor attention span for. I will like refuse to read. I'm just like my eyes just jump from image to image and it like I can't help it. So I don't know. It's probably the ADHD, but it's hard to read comics for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I do want to though. It might be a good time to catch up because they've done a good amount of issues by now. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, this person said a Sonic artist made me unironically attracted to Scourge the Hedgehog, but I'll never tell who it was.
I have to say I feel like most people who draw Scourge are attracted to it. That that
No, Mo clipped it.
which part?
I don't know. I'm assuming the part where we said his voice was on.
Look, I stand by it. I am brave.
I love it. Thank you, Mo. Um, so I don't know. What do we think of Scourge? He's also a fucking trash man to me.
Yeah.
Scourge X. I forgot his name already again.
Whom
What are we talking about?
the clutch.
Clutch. Scourge X Clutch.
I
Make it happen.
My thing about um Scourge is that
Scorch.
Scorch.
Oh, also Mo says, I love you guys. We love you too,
We
Mo.
love you too. But my thing with Scourge is when I was reading Archie, I did enjoy arcs with him,
Mhm.
but he just never quite fit with me because he does pass this fine line of like being too lame
Asp has read all the Archie comics, by the way.
for some reason. I would even say like 1.5 times because I kind of skimmed it a second time. But like we love a guy that is trying to be desperately to be cool but is pathetic. We love that. That guy is a little too pathetic.
You think he's too pathetic?
He's too pathetic.
That's
He
so
has like
funny.
he's doing all this because he's mad at his dad because his dad didn't care about him when he was little and he's like sitting on a throne and he has a toxic girlfriend and he's like, well, aren't we the same thing, Sonic? You're one bad day away from being me.
Yeah, I
And
can
like,
see it. Yeah, he's a little
it's a little
much.
tried card.
He's too good at being a guy failure. True. Metallic says Asp can't read, but has read all of Archie. She lost the ability to read. Isn't
Yeah.
that sad?
Yeah. I lost the ability.
He is even more pathetic than Metal. 100%. I could see that.
Metal is the perfect amount of pathetic to me. Like he is sometimes so cool, but sometimes he's so lame, and I love that.
Yeah.
That's perfect to me.
At least Metal has a legit existential crisis. Yeah, I don't know like what's with like Scourge. I think like he's like making it up in his head.
I honestly,
Like they kind of programmed existential dread into Metal.
yeah, like it's not even his
That's a
fault.
problem.
Like that's my thing. Like Scourge being an asshole was his choice entirely. Metal Sonic is doomed by the narrative.
Guys, I want to talk about this so bad. I'm kind of not supposed to. But Scorp says, feels like what Metal should have had in Archie. Agree. Scourge is like Sonic from a different universe. Metallic says, I think isn't that the literal point of him? I don't know.
I mean, he is
Don't know.
Sonic from a
And
different.
Azur says Metal's literally designed to be a hater. I'm saying.
Yeah,
And that's why I want to talk about this so badly.
yeah.
I'm not supposed to.
How
Okay.
so?
So
I am a little scared.
I'm gonna be putting out a new fan fiction later this month.
Uh-huh. Ah, I see. Okay, yeah.
Yes. Um, I'm not gonna say what it's for, and I'm not gonna give you the plot, but very very heavily inspired by Metal Sonic's existential dread.
Mm-hmm.
Metal Sonic's pre-programmed existential dread. It'll be out later this month whenever I'm allowed to post it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In a couple weeks. I hope you guys will enjoy it. About it's I thought, I wrote this thinking it was gonna be short and ended up being like 10,000 words. So I'm excited to be releasing it. Scorp
As long
is excited too. I can't say why, but
I am also excited, despite being not connected to this.
yeah, well, I mean, I don't, obviously my wife has read it.
I feel like I have I read a lot of fan fiction about Mitami before the general public. I have privileges.
Yeah, we do be getting Matami fan fiction beta privileges. Metallic, I haven't read a fic in a few months. Okay, well, now's the time to get back into it.
Literally.
You're gonna have to read this one. I'm gonna encourage you to do that. Gonna keep writing up my Matami stuff. Azura, I haven't read it. I need to read that.
Real.
I don't think you can drop a link here, but if you want to DM me, I would love that.
Is this anything? Is this
Mm,
is this a cool development?
he's got a hole in the.
Like I wanna, not have it solid.
That's cool. That's interesting. This is like the third iteration of him.
Yeah. You know me. I am very indecisive.
Azur needs to write their intro fic for Metal Swap. Yes, you do. I'm interested in that. I really like after seeing all the designs and everything. I really want to see it. You guys want to join a little Discord of mutuals we're in? Mo, if you don't mind inviting us, we'd love that.
Yeah. We'll have a
We'll
little
do it.
Discord.
We'll do it. All right. Let me see if we have anything else here on the confessions. Okay. I think that's enough of the freaky confessions. I don't know.
We
What do you
got
guys?
freaky.
What do you
We're
guys think?
freakified.
Let me see. Okay, one more. Why not? Thank you, Mo. I got it. 11 hours ago. Black Doom is kind of hot. Sorry.
I can hear
I'm
that.
sorry for screaming, but oh my god.
That's who posted that?
Who?
Gerald Robotic.
Gerald Robotnik is alive and he's posting on tumblr.com
Gerald come off Anon.
/ cursed Sonic opinions. Yeah, I will share it. No worries. We'll share. Thank you, Mo. Oh, also, Starline Lesbian is back. Um, they put something else here. Oh my god, I have to go find it now. Well, too bad. Oh, somebody else said I want Black Doom! Exclamation mark, exclamation part, mark, demon looking mischievous emoji.
Okay, now I'm not sure.
What? Of your drawing or of Black Doom?
Like, is this an improvement or is this a disprovement?
What do you guys think?
Which way should I move?
I love everything my wife does. What do you guys think about the helmet? We need opinions. Live feedback. Azur says I'm biased. I think damage is cool.
I agree.
Is it damage or is it just supposed to look like that?
I think
A little of both, maybe?
a little both.
Yeah. I don't know. I love a little peekaboo moment. You know
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Mo says I think this is an improvement. Metallic says I'm not helpful. It all looks good to me. I know, same. And
It all looks bad to me.
Scorp says I love how it looks. It really makes him look unique.
That's what I'm trying.
We're working. It's working. I enjoy it.
Okay.
And you're gonna be drawing this for years to come.
You know what? That does not bother me.
It feels metal, like he's gotten into a scrap, but he also gets himself out of it. True. And Mo says this looks less alligator.
That's fair.
Fair. Okay.
It did look a little alligator.
Okay. Wow. Also, like I was saying, Starline Lesbian did return. She said, I do like women drooling emoji. Surge and Blaze are my girl. I'm madly in love with them both. I am learning to draw just so that I can draw them being pretty. That is such a noble cause.
I have to say, I thought you would say being pregnant, but that's just because of the topic we had from
Yeah, that's just because of the Mpeg. Mpeg is on the mind. They also say, I want to take a nap with Rouge's boobs as my pillow,
Okay.
and I would gladly be Cream's new stepmother.
Oh, well,
I don't like the way they said that.
I get what they're saying, but from well, they are, uh, able, they are ready to help out with the mother things, I guess.
You know what? I appreciate that they're willing
Yeah,
to be a mother.
yeah,
They're like I'm not just a girlfriend, but I can be a mother to your child.
yes.
I'm Azur says I'm trying to learn to draw from Matami, so I understand the drive. Yeah, I kind of was doing that a little bit too.
Honestly,
I could only manage to draw Amy though. I don't think I could. I can't draw metal yet.
well, see, to draw a medal, you gotta like draw him badly for a couple years.
I don't think you ever drew him badly.
I don't know. I look at my old drawings and I do not enjoy them.
I love your old drawings so much. I love all your drawings, but I fell in love with you when you were drawing like that, and they're connected in my mind. I can't get it out of my brain. That art, that's what made me start writing fan fiction. I
I
can't,
appreciate
so I
that.
can't say anything bad about it. I love the way you drew metal. I love how lanky he was. I thought that was fun.
Well, he's still lanky.
Yeah, he's still lanky as hell.
That's lanky
Yeah, lanky boy.
among us.
Scorp says when I started, it wasn't good too. I don't know, Scorp. I don't believe that. Some of you guys are like already talented. Some of us have to struggle more. Um, and Azur says I've already got that drawing badly down. We all start somewhere, babe. I haven't seen any of your art, honestly. I'd like to. Um, to draw metal good, you need to draw metal for 6 years.
Yeah.
I think Asp and Scorp drew them good from the beginning. And Scorp says that your art inspired a generation. That is like not even an exaggeration.
I feel like people have this like impression of me. I just got there. I I don't know. People give me a lot of credit.
I mean, it was a renaissance. It was a Matami renaissance for
Yeah.
sure.
There were people who were there before me. I just have a very consistent obsession, I think.
Word. I mean, like I said, I thought it was always good. Also, some of you guys may remember from last week there was a lot of that Shadow X Maria discourse on whether or not it's incest, I
Right,
guess.
right.
It was still happening this entire week. And a few days ago somebody said enough ship discourse. I want Vector the crocodile carnally. Okay.
You know, I, you know, he has a job.
He does have a job. He has that above a lot of Sonic characters.
Yeah, he's employed.
Does he have money?
He's self-employed. He does not have money,
No.
but he's employed.
But does he have a job?
He has a job.
Oh my god, I love that you're giving her the little fuzzies between the eyes, by the way. That's so cute.
Yeah, I took that from you, but nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Yeah, guys, I'm working on another project. I was wanting to show it today, but it didn't work out. Um, I'm making like a ball jointed doll that looks like Amy, and I'm almost done with it. but I've been having a real struggle with finishing the eyes because she has a very unique eye shape.
Right.
I've been struggling with the eyes for like a week and a half. And I haven't gotten anywhere. It is very annoying.
But we'll be finished
And it will be finished
eventually.
eventually. Hopefully, I can show you guys next week because I'm very proud of it. It looks really cute. But yeah, I drew. I drew. Ugh, sorry, I made her face up kind of similar to that, and we put a little bit of fuzz between the eyes. I think that's so cute. Oh, Scorp says there wasn't anything but your art before Mojin Po. Mo says, Mojin, I miss you. I miss her so much.
Yeah.
Feel like pure shit. Just want Mojin Po back.
Yeah. I mean, Motion Boy is on Twitter.
I love her.
She's posting, but I'm not gonna go.
Mojin
there.
Po got Mo into Matami. That's so valid.
Yeah.
Some of their art weirded me out a bit. That's
I
what I like
mean,
about it.
look, they're eccentric,
Yeah,
but I think the best thing an artist can be is eccentric.
yeah.
Like, is it weird and sometimes you don't get it? Yeah, but that's like what's beautiful about it.
You know, she was saying that she started attending art school recently. I can only imagine like what heights she's going to reach.
God, yeah.
Like, I was like, you're not a professional artist?
Like, she.
Pardon? Very, very talented person.
Yeah.
I do hope they come back to Tumblr at some point. But yeah, they are still posting
Twitter.
on
I just
Twitter.
don't want to go on.
I just don't want to go on Twitter. I think it being controversial sometimes is what made people interested in talk about it. Yeah, exactly. You know me, I think it's fun when neo metal Sonic is really big. And that's my very nuanced and intelligent opinion on that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh, you know.
And I just like weird things.
And so, we are freaks in this house, let's be honest.
That's fair.
Yeah, we need to ask her how she's doing. I haven't spoken to her in a while. I spoke to her a couple months ago, actually. She did get into college. We're very happy for her.
That's nice.
Yeah, she got into the school she wanted to get to. She's going to art school. I was like, I cannot believe you're going to art school.
I mean, that makes sense. She's good at it.
I know, but I was like, I cannot believe that you're just starting college now.
Yeah, she's very young.
Like she's very young. That was crazy.
Which is even worse, like,
crazy
that
revelation.
people were being insane.
People are being so mean to her too. Yeah, I don't like that. I wonder if Matami actually caused Neo to become more popular, so he started getting more official
I
stuff.
think so. I do
Yeah.
think so.
Uh-huh. I choose to attribute the new render that they made for Neo to Mojimpo. I
Right?
do choose to do that. I think that she was very influential.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And like literally we've been like there's so much Mitami on TikTok and they're releasing like there's like a company that releases like cat themed plushies and they legitimately introduced
God!
Metal Sonic for like
Did you save
Mitami
it? Do you
posts.
have it? You sent it to me.
Right, yeah,
I
on
need
Discord.
you to pull it up, please.
Okay, let me see.
Guys, you need to see this.
Can you like how do I?
Hang on.
Wait.
Uh, I mean, you can probably just go into our chat. The last thing there is like that. Oh no, it's just a link to. You didn't send it to me. You have it on your phone. Here you go. Oh, they've seen it. Oh, guys, it's $110 for both of them.
It's $120.
$120, and they're on sale right now. They're $120. By the way,
We're trying to trick her friends into buying it for her birthday.
By the way, my birthday is next week.
By the way,
uh I'm not trying to trick anybody. I'm just, they're always saying that we need to have a wish list going, and I'm like, this is on my wish list. FYI.
Here you go.
The thing is they're pre-orders, so they're probably not gonna get it for me.
Fuck.
Because they're not gonna arrive.
Well, they can still do that.
Anyways, I hope to acquire them somehow. I don't know if I can justify $60 for a plushie.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Ooh, we did just recently get like the Shadow, like Jack specific, I think, figure, and it's
It was $50.
and it was $50, and that thing's really cool, and it can pose and everything. I don't know about a plushie for
Yeah,
that much.
yeah.
I know the struggle because I sew, but ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I can justify it. $120 for Metal and Amy cat plushies or $80 for Crossworld. Are you kidding me? $80?
God.
Ooh. Have you seen the vid of plushies I sent you? Which one, Scorp?
I'm pretty sure that's the
I
one
think
I
that's the
showed
one. I
him.
think that's the one we're talking about. Oh Christ. Let me go on our server. Hang on. Um, there's so much stuff, Scorp. Is it the two plushies with the bestie song? I think I saw them from the Matami server. Yeah. I feel bad for the Shadami fans because their video from that plushie company is not great, really.
The flop?
It flopped. Mm. Oh. Mm. Anyway,
uh,
and you hadn't shared with me. I know, Scorp, I thought we did. I'm so confused where it is because like she downloaded it and I thought she sent it to me, but I don't have it. Something has happened that we don't have that video. We will find it for you, I promise. Basically Shadow and Amy cussed each other out in the vid.
well,
Oh,
ah,
I'm such a
oh
hater. I'm
no,
such a hater. I'm sorry. No, no, I don't have anything against Shadow X Amy. I really don't. I just, Mitami supremacy.
Mitami supremacy.
That does make me happy. Meanwhile, Mitami got the "Oh, my little baby boy" song.
Yes, yes.
I'm so happy for
I'm
them.
sorry for my excitement.
Sorry to blow out the mic, guys. Yeah. We have about 15 minutes left.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to go back to Mpeg Wars? Guys, should we do a quick review of Mpeg Wars? Some people weren't here earlier. Oh boy. Yeah. By the way, guys, I just need to like remind everybody it's Pride Month.
It's Pride Month.
Happy Pride. Okay, I sleep. Okay, bye Metallic. You were
Bye,
you
Metallic.
were here for this.
We
You got
appreciate you.
you're good to go, man. Good luck with that. have,
Okay.
have a nice rest. No, go back, go back. Guys, happy Pride. Is there any straight people in the chat? I don't know.
There better not be.
There better not be.
Because we had like, some straight person in the chat in the
Bro,
beginning.
guys, at the beginning of this stream, there was someone just found it, I guess, and they were like, Sonic's not gay. Prove that Sonic's gay. And I was like, bro, we're the ones making Sonic gay. Like, get out of here.
We are the people from Tumblr who are making him gay.
Yeah, like you're not the target audience. Leave.
And
And they left.
And the left.
And they left. I didn't want them here.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to say happy Pride. If you're homophobic, you don't understand what Sonic's about. And Neon Light, the Doomhog, says love is a powerful feeling from inside your heart. From inside your heart. All right. Let's get into this real quick. This was a whole presentation. Yeah, just go to the next one. Okay. Guys, the Mpeg Wars. Mpeg Wars.
Versus Megatron.
Hang on. Megatron versus Stanford Pines. Transformers versus Gravity Falls. Robot fuckers versus Old Man Yowie appreciators. It was a saga. It was a saga. Question. Question? You have a question, Azur? Does the M stand for metal?
Where?
Where?
In
Mpeg?
You know, let me tell something. Every time there's like that meme about like, oh, 9 months and like all like it looks like stupid dad. Like all of the memes where one of the Mitami gets pregnant, it's always metal, and I can't do anything but agree. I think if in Mitami couple, I
I
think metal is the one that should be pregnant.
I'm a pervert, so I think Amy should also be pregnant.
Oh my god, Vladim!
Bloody!
Vladim! Welcome to Mpeg Wars.
We have all the Russians are back in the chat. That's great.
Yay! Anyway, you want to
They
proceed?
take turns. Amy and Metal take turns. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my thing. Okay, guys, we're gonna talk about Mpreg Wars really quick. I'm gonna do a little recap for those of you who were not here. So this Tumblr blog, Need Him Pregnant poll. They started this whole thing. If you guys know about Tumblr tournaments, basically they just get different characters to face off against each other. Usually they're not even like from the same franchise or anything. And in this case, we're trying to find the most breedable man on Tumblr. Okay, so these were the rules. It's not anything that important. Can you go to the next part? As always, they say Tumblr polls are just for fun. Never take them too seriously. We don't agree with that on this channel. So, this poll has it all: promises, bribes, possible tattoos,
Sorry.
and voter fraud. Very important. Very important.
We gotta talk about Mpeg Wars. Like some of them gonna hear on next YouTuber sponsor plug. If we're gonna
God,
sponsor someone, I guess.
guys, we just got affiliate, and I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised anyone would run ads on this. All right. So we're going to go really quickly through the Megatron propaganda. This is what is being used to try to convince people to vote for Megatron, right? Somebody said they're going to write 10,000 word fan fiction. Okay, next. Another person said they're also going to write something where Megatron wins. With Megatron wins, Chrono Sector gets pegged. Amazing. This person doesn't know how Transformers reproduce and they'll never find out. This person says that they have a physical connection to Megatron and his hips. Hard agree. Uh, we see this. Yes, he's a Dominator Destroyer. Megatron. He needs to be pregnant for Cybertron.
For Cybertron. For
For
Cybertron.
Cybertron. Exactly. And this is some negative propaganda, which is against the rules. You're not supposed to do negative propaganda. But I agree. I think Stanford is infertile.
Yeah, I'm
I think
sorry.
he's
Menopause.
postmenopausal. Yeah, postmenopausal. All right, some more Megatron propaganda. This is the big one, guys. This user says, should Megatron win this poll? I'll get this tramp stamp tattooed on me. Can we see the tramp stamp? Yes.
This is from a zine that is made by one of the official IDW Transformers artists.
Mm-hmm.
So this is semi-canon, as far as I'm concerned.
Semi-canon tramp stamp on Megatron.
Going directly into their ass.
If you're interested, it's called Hot Motor Oil, which is a great name.
Just so you know.
Next up, okay, go the next a little bit. Keep going. Okay, here's Stanford propaganda. I couldn't be asked. Sorry. This person said, "I'll cry if Ford loses. It's been a hard week." Sorry. All right, next up. So this is what we're talking about. Okay, this is what the poll was looking like. Can you continue? So obviously, I voted for Megatron.
Yeah.
It's not a question. Um, big robot lover here. And then about 22 hours before the poll ends, people are asking who is voting for Megatron. Okay, just keep going. That's okay. Keep going. This person, by the way, they said, I've literally told my dad about this poll. I tell him everything, but I still can't believe I told him this. I'm also in awe. By the way, I'll do a full edit of this.
Ma, Amy 100% pinstriped some tattoos onto metal. It's interesting that we would bring this up in the conversation of tramp stamps. Moving on.
Neo would have a tramp stamp, I think. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Just keep going. Keep going. Okay. Yeah, we're still at 22 hours. Okay, so basically, here's the gist. People are saying that Megatron is getting a lot of votes. Okay, he's like kind of like go to the next part. He's coming up on Stanford, right? They're about 50-50, where Stanford was kind of winning before. And people are essentially accusing somebody of botting the poll. So someone's saying somebody is submitting a whole bunch of votes, like hundreds and hundreds of votes, and most of them are for Megatron, so that they could tie.
Right.
Continue. And the blog runner did not like this. Okay,
Really did not
they
like
really
it.
didn't like
They
it.
got emotional.
They got really heated. Okay,
It's almost like there's bias.
keep going. Yeah, just keep going. Okay. This person said that they actually put the Megatron poll with propaganda into two big Discord servers. So why couldn't it be that, people came from there?
Legitimately.
Legitimately. And go ahead. And basically the blog runner says, look, I get it. That could happen, but like, can you give me some proof? That's where we're at. Okay, 19 hours remaining. Next slide. And then people are doubting it. People are saying, I don't know. I think it's botted. Even if there's a bunch of Discord votes, no way. Keep going. All right. Yeah, and they just said they'd love to be proven wrong, but they don't have any evidence. So here is where we're at. This person took like a whole bunch of like different screenshots, people talking about this. Go to the next part. This is a reblog map. So essentially what this is saying is that no popular Transformers blogs have reblogged this. And the most reblogs are obviously coming from OP, but all of the other kind of like dots on here, like the big blotches, none of them are really from Transformers blogs. So it doesn't really make sense that Megatron is getting votes, allegedly. Okay, so something happened that wasn't on Tumblr. Yeah, we can go to the next one. Okay. This person's confused. Yeah, we can just skip this part. Okay. So basically what the gist is, we're just concerned because Megatron's getting votes fast, whereas Stanford is not. Stanford is getting slow votes. Here's a progression. You can go through all four of these, right? So Megatron goes from 48.1% and Stanford from 41.9%. Go to the next two. One more. Two, Megatron and Stanford being pretty much 50-50. Americans don't know people have different time zones and people would just be awake at one point. That's what I'm saying.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying.
Maybe like there's like a big Transformers Tumblr community in like China or like Japan or something.
Yeah,
I don't know that.
that could be a thing.
So we went from 14,800 votes to 15,600 votes. Good amount of votes. Okay. But it's not really conclusive, right? They admit it's not conclusive. And yeah, thanks for the timestamps. They say this person was very dedicated. I do think they're an MVP here. I will give them that. I commend them for this. But yeah, let's continue. So at this point, people are really sus, right? So they're like, oh, the bots are voting for Megatron?
You could not be
Okay.
serious.
Sus. Keep going. People are bargaining. Somebody's saying, I vote infertility fic if we lose. Let's see Bill dealing with the sadness of trying to knock up Ford and failing. This person is like looking on the bright side. I
My thing
appreciate
is,
that.
I just don't want that triangle doing that.
Look,
I said that before. I said it again. I don't want that triangle doing that.
I don't disagree, but I do appreciate that they're looking on the bright side and they're like,
We can make something out of this.
if he loses,
We can get more content.
we'll do infertility fic. People are, saying vote for Stanford, and then this first person is now calling, go to the next, is now calling for Megatron to be disqualified
No,
from the poll.
that's messed up.
Interesting that a Stanford fan would say that.
Interesting.
All right, at about 15 hours, we're goofing, we're gaffing, right? Of course, there's a bot involved. It's Megatron. It is what it is. What's the motive? People wanted Zombified Queer to write a fic. They could have just asked, right? And then Marvelous Moose reminds us, I will get a tramp stamp if he wins the poll.
Exactly. So it's serious.
All right. So at this point, we're reaching a little bit of camaraderie. We see that there's some love, some fraternity in the community, right? This person says, I want to get them both pregnant. I wish there was an option for both, says this user. This user says, this is so this is so beautiful. I want to get I want to get both Ford and Megatron pregnant. We can be poly, and I can be their girl husband, and they can be my Mpeg male wives, please.
I just think it's beautiful. That's a beautiful dream.
Somebody's botting it to disqualify them. Yeah. I'm saying like I feel like they're a little biased. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they're all about.
And that is a beautiful dream, but a dream it would remain. This is what happened over the next 12 or so hours. Hopes and dreams save the world plays over this segment. All right, next. Just like keep pressing it. Okay, a little bit, just slowly, right? So a bunch of people are saying that there's a second wave of botting. Even more votes coming in even faster for Megatron. Everyone's on this all night. People are saying this. This goes on for 12 hours. Okay? And this person says specifically, most of them, sleeping hours.
Sleeping for who?
Sleeping for Americans is what they mean.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm pointing out. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We continue.
I'm continuing.
We continue, yes. And yeah, this person said, hey, is this normal? There's another boost, right? Another one. That he's been getting a lot of votes the past 20 minutes. And Ford went from 51.3% to about 50% in like the span of, half an hour. So,
What was that?
well, you skipped it, so I don't know.
No, I didn't.
That's okay. It's okay. It's not important. And this person just said, "Oh, the Megatron fans are botting." I think this is robophobia.
I think this is very biased.
I think it's very biased. All right. So in the final hours, this is what people were saying. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Go to the next one. Okay. So about 3 hours remain. Going. And everyone is saying now, you can go to the next one here, that there has been possibly even more bots, right? And this is a artist depiction of what everyone looks like at this point.
Yeah, but listen to me. One of these obviously looks cooler. I'm not biased, but
All right, next. About an hour before the end of the poll, this user is accusing Transformers fans of doing a third round of botting. And at this point, an hour before the poll finishes, Megatron is ahead at 51.8%. It's still close call. All right. So, the results, of course, Megpreg.
Megpreg.
Megpreg, baby! That's what we're talking about. Megatron was voted more breedable than Stanford Pines.
And I think that's correct. I'm unbiased. And that would be the end.
That would be the end. That would be the end. If it wasn't for all of the accusations that were being thrown around.
Let's see at the aftermath.
Aftermath. So, here are the final results. Pull them up here. Megatron led, right? 52.1%. Stanford finally at 47.9%. We're talking about 4%, I think. 3 to 4%.
Yeah, that's
it ends up being pretty significant compared to like the 1% to like 0.5% from earlier that we're talking about. Okay. Oh, Azur, I did a video essay earlier. Don't worry, I'll edit it for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically the Need Him Pregnant poll mod did decide to disqualify Megatron.
Boo. Horrible.
Boo.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Biased. Very biased.
Robophobic. So, unfortunately, Megatron was disqualified. Yes. And they said, have some integrity next time, they say. If you don't want to play by my rules, move on and leave my blog behind. Harsh.
And I think this is very harsh.
I think it's harsh.
And I think they're biased.
I think they're biased. All right, we can move on. So, go ahead, do another one. There we go. So, let's take a quick look again
At the promises.
at some of the promises that were made throughout this competition. Zombified Queer, if we recall, had said that they were going to make a 10K word fan fiction. And they said, I'll be slowly posting the drafts I completed, but I'm very disappointed in whoever decided to ruin the fun of a fandom poll by botting it. I disagree. I don't see why it's ruining the fun. I think it's more fun.
Actually, they should have like polls that are like all botted.
This is a silly fan tournament. Sorry, we're in fandom space. This Reddit shit is serious. You better die for it and all that. I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally, I think if someone's willing to like go so far as to bot the tournament, that they should win by default.
They should get it.
They should get it. That's a lot of effort. All right. So what happened with the tattoo? We remember Marvelous Moose was saying that they were gonna
See
get
what
the tattoo.
Mo Hoffman says. Why would there only be botting for one side? That's what we think.
That's
like,
what we're thinking.
They are almost even, but nobody thinks about the bots on the Stanford side.
Guys, nobody on Tumblr agreed. Everyone was in agreement with the blog runner. Everyone was like, yeah, I think he should be disqualified. Even like the Transformers fans were like, well, we don't want to be sore losers. So, I come on, BS. BS
Bullshit.
to me. BS. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, so to conclude, Marvelous Moose said that even though they're disappointed, they will still be getting the tramp stamp, so we're very thankful for that. However, they did say they will no longer be sharing it.
Oh no!
Not gonna get to see it. That's too bad.
How does it compare?
How does it compare? All right, so we're just going to take a quick look at the numbers here, do a quick comparison. So this is the other big poll that was happening at the time. Final results from 6,325 votes between Hawkeye from MASH and Reagan from Mob Psycho. Mo says, you think there's a greater number of people who just refuse to understand that robots are attractive to a lot of people? Yes. That's what, and it's so funny because there was this one reblog that I didn't end up including in this because I was like, whatever, let's just try to keep it a little bit neutral. But basically they said, like, I think that the Gravity Falls fans are being sore losers because they don't understand that, like, there's robot fuckers out here.
Oh, yeah.
Reagan is in every poll, isn't? Yeah, he is. But you know what? He lost this one, and like by not a very big margin. Let me tell you guys, I learned this week there's a big MASH fan base on Tumblr.
Apparently.
Do any of you guys know MASH? I've never watched it. Me either. I think that it has something to do with like guys in the military. Apparently this one character, Hawkeye, frequently jokes about like getting pregnant. So I can see why he got the win. But let's show the next part. But my point here is this is about 6,300 votes compared to about 22,191 votes.
Clearly, something is way more of a hot button issue.
So, interesting. But that's pretty much it. That's all we had. I did the full essay at the beginning.
This is the Cliff's version.
We will the VOD will be up if you guys want to watch it, and we'll edit it eventually and put it up also. But yeah, the Cliff's Notes version. I mean what I'm saying, like 6 times as many votes. Sorry, 4 times as many votes almost. So Yeah, I don't know. It seems to me like there's no way in hell that botting could have happened from only one
side.
side. Like, for sure, a lot of people were arguing basically like Megatron's just getting the votes really fast. Meanwhile, Stanford keeps catching up, but he's catching up slowly.
Well, what does that mean?
So,
Nobody was just tracking his side.
I'm saying what I'm saying is that they were tracking it. However, they were saying that it was slow. So, my point here is if there's going to be botting from both sides and they're seeing that like people are accusing Megatron fans of botting because he's getting votes really fast, then if you're going to be doing it for Stanford, of course you're going to do it slowly. Like,
Right. Do you think Autobots did it like on the side of Stanford to like defeat Megatron?
oh, no, that's a fresh take. Like,
You know, Decepticons on one side, Autobots on the other.
you don't think you don't think they would want Megatron pregnant?
Stanford is just a fall guy for them.
It's just Stanford's the fall guy.
Yeah.
Well, Stanford is getting pregnant probably.
Stanford is getting pregnant.
Look, it's not the end
A
of the
miracle of
poll.
life.
It's not the end of the competition. We still don't know who's going to get pregnant, but all we know is that Megatron no longer eligible to be
Will never be eligible to be pregnant.
male pregnant. You know,
Maybe woman pregnant. I don't know.
he might be woman pregnant. Like,
Maybe non-binary pregnant.
maybe we can transfer gender.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe
She's getting pregnant.
maybe we can try again. We can try again,
We
guys.
can try again
For Cybertron.
for Cybertron.
Y'all, that's all we had for today.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say again, thank you very much for joining us. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
We've had a great time today. Also, yeah, just thank you for being here. It was a really fun one. I put a lot of effort into this little presentation, so I hope you liked it. Go back and watch the VOD if you weren't here at the beginning because it's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll put him up. We all
Thank
know
you guys for coming.
we all know every Decepticon will gladly make him pregnant. Let me tell you, there's artwork in Hot Motor Oil Volume 2, I think, the one that has the tramp stamp on the back cover, where Megatron is getting like railed by Optimus Prime, I'm pretty sure. And there's a line of like Autobots behind him.
Shut up.
Just a line of Autobots getting ready to
Oh my god.
to go after Optimus.
Wow.
To get into Megatron's
Pussy.
yeah.
I guess I guess this is a great way to close this up.
But yeah, just wanted to say thank you again, guys. It was a really good time. Thank you for being here, and as always, we'll be back probably next week, same time. So, yeah. Next week will be my birthday stream. I don't know.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
So we'll see what we do. If there's enough of you here that want to play something, maybe we can play something together.
I would really like to play Jackbox.
Guys, we found like a Jackbox mod that's like specifically for Sonic. We kind of want to play it, so if enough of you are down, we'll figure it out. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.